I have this 8x10 canvas board that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And I started by applying Wise Owl Gray Primer. No particular reason, only the fact I like the color. You don't have to use a primer on this board. And once dry, I use my Buffalo Plaid stencil from Studio R12. You can also pick this stencil up at Hobby Lobby. And I'm using a dabber and some Antique Villa. The key to this is very dry paint. I'm not really caring about full coverage. So I decided to start practicing my pumpkins for the fall season. And I made these 2 templates. If anybody's interested, just ask and we'll get them to you. And I started by filling in my template pattern with chocolate by Wise Owl using an art brush. And the smaller one is going to kind of tuck behind the larger one. Then I'm going in with some Antique Villa, and the key is I'm not really looking for full coverage. And I'm kind of going all the way to the tip, so I kind of want the outer chocolate to peek through. And I'm doing this on both pumpkins. Again, I do not want full coverage. I kind of want that brown to peek through because it's going to be a rustic pumpkin. Taking an art brush, I'm going to start by making these lines starting in the center, making one to the left and one to the right. And guys, these do not have to be perfect. That's one nice thing about doing fruit or vegetables is they're not perfect in real life, so you don't have to make them perfect when you're painting them. Now remember that little one is tucking behind the other, so you're going to stop your line and then regroup it on that right side. Now I'm going to go in with some Mandarina and an art brush. And again, I am not worrying about full coverage. I load my brush and I start at the top. And as I go down towards the bottom, I allow the paint to dry out. So it's kind of like a dry brushing. And my paint being wet, it looks like I'm doing fuller coverage, but I'm really not. You want these layers to show through. This pumpkin is very easy. I feel if you just gave it a try just a couple times, you'd get the hang of it. And these boards are only $1, so they're a great way to practice. So once dry, I'm taking an art brush that's very stiff, and this is going to be very dry brushing. And I'm using some Iron Mountain, which is kind of like a slate blue. And I'm dusting it from the center to the sides. And I'm just going, I'm kind of just like highlighting the top portion of the pumpkin. It's a very dry brush. And then I'm doing the same thing going from the bottom up, just a small ways with the Iron Mountain. Again, it's kind of like a slate blue. So just about done. I'm going to make a stem. This could be either just a straight line or a crooked triangle using the chocolate. Once that all dried, I covered it with 1 hour enamel. This is a Gen foam brush, which is just an inexpensive brush. Now I'm going to be using a Thankful Autumn. This is from redesigned by Prima. And I'm just cutting out the blessed. And this is a portion of it. So I cut out the word blessed, and I'm using my new tool that I'm loving. You can find them at chocolatefancy.com. And then I'm taking a cluster of the branch with the acorns and some pine cones and just placing that along the bottom. And some of the dry leaves I'm having come out the top of the pumpkin. And with the transfers, you just want to rub. Until the protective coating lifts up. And then you just want to buff with a towel or a cotton rag of some sort. And there you go. So that I did a final coat of the 1 hour enamel. And you can either put it in a frame, or this is a very easy fix for a hanger. I take some jute and some hot glue and a long popsicle stick from the craft store. And there you go. You have a cute little hanger. It's light enough. And then I just took a cluster of some ribbon. One was a gray check and one was brown and orange. And there you go. Now you have this cute little pumpkin set. It's a great gift for Thanksgiving or just to stick around your home during the fall. Thank you so much.